In 2001, Syria fell into a full, intense and bloody war. After 4 years of full-scale war, the battlefield of Syria are still complicated. The fight to wrest territory away from the Islamic State and Al-Qaeda extremists as well as from the Syrian government of President Bashar al-Assad has opened multiple front lines. Many anti-Islamic State operations have been led by Kurdish forces, sometimes fighting in parallel with factions of the Free Syrian Army or FSA, an alliance that includes Sunni Arab tribal leaders. Meanwhile, Syrian Islamist factions in the northern countryside of Aleppo reached an agreement with fighters of the Islamic State to open routes between the areas controlled by the two parties. Recently, we observed a series of military events in Syria. Syrian Kurdish YPG forces supported by FSA-affiliated rebels in the Euphrates volcano operations room seized the ISIS border crossing at Tel Abyad in northern Al-Raqqa province on June 15, 2015. 2 days later, forces of YPG took control of border area to west from Tel Abyad. The fall of Tel Abyad serves as a key line of ISIS reinforcements and resupply sourced from the Turkish border and positions joint YPG-FSA forces for a potential offensive south towards the ISIS stronghold of Al-Raqqa city. The YPG seizure of Tel Abyad also directly connects the Kurdish cantons of Kobani, Ain al-Arab and Cizre Hasaka for the first time in a major enabling step towards the eventual formation of a contiguous Kurdish autonomous region in northern Syria. In response, Islamic State militants have been counterattacked in the direction of Suluk and Ain Issa. ISIS captured the city of Ain Issa on June 18. After fierce clashes on June 25, joint forces of YPG and the FSA Burkan al-Furat managed to recapture the Ain Issa city and completely clean it from the ISIS militants. Then joint forces moved further southwards to the village of Hirbiat Hadla, located just 40 kilometers away from ISIS city of Al-Raqqa. At the same time, Kurdish forces knocked out ISIS militants from several settlements southwest of the town Suluk and greatly advanced on the highway of Tel Abyad-Raqqa. Earlier, ISIS launched an offensive against Syrian government forces positions south of Hasaka city on May 30 in an apparent attempt to divert Kurdish resources and disrupt the ongoing YPG offensive. However, ISIS's effort failed to draw significant numbers of Kurdish fighters toward Hasaka city. Also, ISIS continued to expand its gains southwest of Palmyra, seizing the Buzari junction on May 24, 2015 and advancing into the eastern Kalamun mountains. Meanwhile, Jabhat al-Nusra, Arar al-Sham and other terrorist factions participating in the Jaish al-Fatah operations room seized the town of Mahambel and a number of surrounding government-held villages east of Jisr al-Shugur on June 6, 2015, largely eliminating the remaining government-held salient in Idlib province. Finally, FSA-affiliated rebel factions successfully overran the Brigade 52 military base in eastern Daraa province on June 9, 2015, eliminating the largest government military position in southern Syria and bringing rebel forces in direct proximity with the Druzev majority city of Suwada as well as the nearby Talahan air base. On June 24, Southern Front of the Free Syrian Army announced the beginning of Operation Southern Storm to capture the city of Daraa. In the morning, Daraa was stormed from the southeast, west and north directions. On the same day, the Islamic State launched offensive on the Hasaka city. After more than 2 days of fierce fighting, the terrorists captured almost all the southwestern region of Hasaka and broke on the eastern outskirts of the city. In the evening of June 26, the Kurdish YPG forces, after lengthy negotiations, finally joined Syrian army to repel the ISIS assault. More likely, the next steps of anti-ISIS operations will involve a joint YPG-FSA offensive south from Ain Issa, sever interior ISIS lines of communication and threaten Al-Raqqa city. This operation could potentially enable anti-ISIS forces to penetrate into ISIS core stronghold in a development which may produce positive ramifications for other anti-ISIS operations across Iraq and Syria.